Hello everyone, this is Zaid Hanna with the Hanna Group here at Intero. Today is September 4th, and I want to address this topic today because it is not sitting well with me in terms of what's really going to happen with our housing market. Everybody thinks, well, there's more than 50% of the population, they think we are going to have a housing crisis, just like 2008. So what's really ahead of us? Everybody's predicting the recession and what's coming. When is it coming? Is it going to affect our housing market? Well, we are in the longest economical recovery in U.S. history, the longest we've ever seen it. So usually what ends a recovery is an economic slowdown. So what is a recession? Recession or economic slowdown is 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. That's what constitutes a recession. So we haven't seen it. We're talking about the bond market, the inverted yield graph, and everything else that follows to say, okay, recession is coming. In fact, it probably is coming. There are a few factors that are going to cause it. So when we go back to 2008 and compare our market today to 2008, the number one trigger was the housing market. Number 2 trigger was the lending meltdown. So 2 things that are affecting the housing market. That's why we had the housing landslide, I'll call it. So for people to compare 2008 to today, well, in fact, let's back up a little bit and say those same people that predicted in 2007 what was going to happen in 2008 have actually predicted what's going to happen here in the next year. So what are we going to see in 2020? Of course, possibly. This is all prediction. Nothing has come to life yet. Well, their number one prediction said the number one trigger for a recession was going to be a trade war. Surprise, surprise. We're going through that right now. The number 2 trigger was going to be the stock market correction. Well, we're kind of seeing that. Yesterday, I get a text message from one of my partners says the stock market is down 300%, 300 points. Well, today it's 200 and some change up. So I promise you the stock market will be like this until election day. We are going to continue to have that up and down, up and down, up and down until the elections are pretty much done. So it will not disappoint, I promise. Number 3 trigger was a political event, something that will happen in the future politically that's going to affect us. So you know where these people predicting the housing was going to be the trigger? Not number 4, not number 5, 6, 7, 8. It was the 9th thing. And it wasn't a housing crisis. It was a slow down. So again, the same people that predicted 2008 was coming and everything that we saw have said the housing market will be the 9th in line. In fact, it's not going to be a housing crisis. So this is all possibly coming up in 2020. So be on the lookout for that. So they also said this recession, when it comes, should it come, it will resemble 2001. 2000 to 2001. I don't know if you all been in the Bay Area when the .com hit. We actually saw a 25% retraction in the stock market, which we'll see that coming up here. Well, indicators are, the writing is on the wall, pretty much. That's coming up. But we didn't see a slowdown in the housing market. In fact, the investors started to pull money out of the market, the stock market, and put it into real estate. Real estate slightly went up in appreciation. So everybody's predicting that's going to be 2000. It's not going to be 2008. So be careful when you are saying, oh my goodness, we are going to have a housing crisis. We're not seeing that. In fact, we retracted 17% because we went up so much in appreciation and we haven't even seen a recession. So in fact, what we saw has nothing to do with the recession. So be prepared, be ahead of the curve, don't follow the herd. In fact, if you want to get something in real estate for long term, this is hell of a time to do it because the interest rates are actually very, very low. If you guys need specific data or information, feel free to reach out to me, 408-515-1613. Bye-bye for now.